All right, the Wonder Years fans, here we go with season 1, episode 5, The Lock-In. Another 8 out of 10. This was a great episode. Also, shout out to episode 4, The Workplace, because according to the ratings, that was the second highest rated episode of the series at a 2.7 million, which is, the pilot had 3.2, episode 2 had 2.6, episode 3 had 2.4, but episode 4 jumped back to 2.7. And I'm glad it did because, like I said, that was probably my favorite episode so far, just because it was a great episode showing the dynamics that Dean has with both parents and also, a black woman in the workplace, especially in the 60s. This was great. All right, so this episode here was what the title pretty much said. It's a church lock-in for junior high students, and it really was a great way of showing the dynamics of young kids and how they deal with church and the hookup sessions that go on during lock-in. So without further ado, make sure you take a moment to hit that subscribe button to help me reach at least 50% subscriber watch time by the end of the month. On top of that, hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Hit that bell icon and select all so you don't miss out when I post. And let's jump into it. So the episode starts off with Dean kind of giving a narration of how kids in the 60s had to grow up faster than kids today. Like his dad asking him to run to the store. Well, get on his bike to go to the store to get him some cigarettes, which is absolutely true. I don't smoke, but I just remember as a kid, if we just stop by the general store, that store that's like maybe, if you don't live in like a city or a big town, you know what I mean, where church is like 10 or 15 minutes away. You got a couple general stores in the area within 10, 15 minutes away. And it's like one of those stores. It's like a country store. You just go in there and you can get pretty much damn near what you want. As a kid, if my mom didn't feel like getting out of the car, I was like, hey, pack of cigarettes for my mom. Okay, they'll just sell it to you. But not saying they won't do that now per se, but more often than not, depending on where you go, they'll ask for your ID. But back in the day, it really wasn't like that. And it was pretty good to kind of talk about the dynamics of how kids today they don't have that same, like, kids today grow up fast, but mainly due to the fact of the media they are able to absorb due to phones and laptop and technology. Back in the day, you were just grown because you kind of had to be. Now, love this part about being in the long church services every single Sunday, at least 3 hours long. And, Dean isn't really feeling it, from the music to the people jumping around, passing out. And it was completely accurate. When you're that young, it reminds me of the Steve Harvey bit from the Kings of Comedy about, like, when you got to go to church all the time as a kid, you don't really like it all that much. But they mention how it's a junior high lock-in and Dean really isn't all excited, but Kim mentions how she got her first kiss there. Side note, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last episode review, but I looked it up and I recognized the actress. I'm like, I know that face. I'm like, she kind of looks like Sharon from The Oval, but that's not her. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, this is the actress that played JJ during the final season of Black Lightning, when China Anne McClain left, and then she was, for lack of a better phrase, reincarnated when she dispersed into energy, and then this was the actress. I think obviously she's a bit older now, hence why she's taller, but I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So from there, Dean is really excited because he imagines, him and Keisha having their first kiss, and Dean wants to do it now. And then his mom says that she'll chaperone the event with the pastor. So from there, obviously it was funny when Kim mentioned the boy's name that kissed her, and it was like 5 years ago, but her dad wants to look up the phone number and everything. So Dean goes to school and tells the boys about the lock-in event and how it's like a make-out session with the girls, and they all agree to go. So the day of the event, they get to the church with the sleeping bags and everything, and the guys they're pretty much picking out which girls to hook up with, and, they know not to ask Keisha because that's Dean's crush. So eventually Dean gets pulled away by the girls, and they're asking him to help with the, I guess you could say, the seating arrangement chart during the movie. It's like, you know what? Wait, the girls, you all have a list too? Why are you? Well, I'm one of the boys, so why are you asking me to help? No, you're not one of the boys. You're just Dean. And what really hurt is what he said next about how, yeah, just Dean, I'm the good one, the one nobody has to worry about. That reminds me of my sophomore college. Yeah, when I was in college, my sophomore year, my crush got Jess Dean to try on t-shirts or try on shirts that she wanted to get for her boyfriend. So, yeah, I can relate to that. Just being the nice guy that isn't really included with the guys that get the girls' attention. Trust me, been there. So he mentions, wow, it's like all the girls are kind of, spoken for. So what about Keisha? Oh, Keisha said that she doesn't have a crush on anybody. She just sees everybody as a friend. So from there, his mom sees him and asks about, I heard about these little makeout sessions going on. And he just makes up a lie. It's like, yeah, I heard about some people trying to go to the offering room. Oh yeah, well, I'll look out for him during the movie. Okay. And it's like, a good thing I ain't got to worry about you. So again, it's like, yeah, I'm a nice guy, just, lying. So then when we get to Dean telling the guys about the situation, they're like, dang it, never mind. Then everybody's already called, who they're going for. The girls are pretty much arranged for this situation to happen. So we go over to the movies and they're watching the 10 Commandments. As soon as I heard the I'm like, dang, that's the perfect movie for a lock-in because it's long. But then again, it's not really long. I just remember it always playing on TV. What was it? Either Passover or Easter on ABC, and they cut parts out. And it was only long because of the commercials. But after I bought the DVD set for myself, it's only like, 3 hours or so. And after Avengers Endgame, that's like a drop in the bucket. So, when they get ready to sit, Dean is like, okay, time to make my move on Keisha. A girl named Charlene pops up, and this is the pastor's daughter. And she's like, oh yeah, I already got the pillows set up. I got our snacks and everything. Wait, well, I think I was supposed to sit with Keisha. Oh no, I asked Keisha, and she said, oh, I only see Dean as a friend. So that's why she was cool with me sitting with you. So during the movie, she grabs his hand and he's just like, oh. So the movie stops snack and bathroom break, and Dean chats with Keisha, and she mentions something along the lines of, oh yeah, I don't like anybody. I say everybody is a friend, but and I know you only see me as a friend. Wait, but you never asked if I was interested in anybody. Oh wow. I'm sorry, I didn't ask. But I guess I'll see you at breakfast. Yeah, I guess you will. And she's like, wait, what? And then because Dean's mom caught some people in the offering office, like Dean said, he's like, oh, praise God, I'm not a liar. He gets a cookie. And she mentions that her and the pastor would be in, I forgot what room, like the choir room or something, just to make sure nobody tries anything sneaky. He talks with the other guys, and he tries to pass off Charlene on one of his friends. Like, nope, I just got my first kiss. I ain't trying to, play adulterers or anything like that. So Dean mentions what his mom and the pastor plan to do. So why don't we go into the sanctuary when lights are out and, we can hang out with the girls. And the guys are like, oh, you could use Charlene to make Keisha jealous. So they go to the sanctuary. And, he's laughing really loud and, flirting with Charlene. I noticed everything about you. So she turns on the baptism pool, the lights, and he mentions, oh, let's get a closer look. And then Keisha's looking some kind of way about it. So when they go to see it, and it's like, yeah, it's beautiful. And then she's like, yeah, it's romantic. And he's like, yeah, I wonder, wow, are we the only ones in here? Yeah, nobody can see. She steals a kiss. He freaks out and pushes her in the water, and they both fall. That was hilarious. And then his mom and the pastor come in. What's going on here? You kids, get out of here. Go back to bed. And Dean's in trouble. So later on, when the pastor's knocked out, he sneaks by him to apologize to Charlene about this. And yeah, I just didn't expect to kiss or anything. I know you're into Keisha. Wait, what? No. It's like, yeah, you make the same googly eyes at her that I make at you. And, well, yeah, it's not that I don't like you. Again, I just didn't see the kiss coming. So they actually have their real first kiss. And then Don Cheadle literally says, you know what? It's funny because I remember my second kiss more than my first kiss. So after that, we get to Sunday morning service. So I think the lock-in happened on like Saturday. Then they woke up and then went to church, I guess. I don't know. I guess so. So after that, it's everybody outside. Dean and his parents are they're apologizing for Dean's behavior and then the whole situation with the baptism pool. And then the way his dad looks at him, and then his mom like, get home, get the belt. And then his dad like, no, we can calm it down, Lillian. So, Dean and Charlene share a couple of nice looks of each other. And then, Dean and his folks leave. And it's funny because Kim kind of gives him like a little pat on the back, like, there you go, brother. So they leave and Dean looks back and Charlene waves, and Keisha's watching the whole time. She's like, basically she's getting jealous. So that was the end of the episode. This is a cute episode, guys. It really was. But overall, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want to donate to the offering, the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.